So basically, it states here that I need to give Thomas Stetzer full information and everything he needs to know in order to stalk us, capture us, abduct my son, and kill me. Or just kill us both and make it easy for himself. This is what Jennifer Torrington has ordered. She has also ordered, as far as international travel, that I can only do so with written consent through talking parents or with a court stipulation regarding a particular location and specific dates of travel. In other words, full information on how to stalk, capture, abduct, and kill. And anything on relocation, if a party wants to relocate with a minor child, he or she must file a motion with the court and obtain court permission to relocate, unless the parties have submitted to the court a written agreement or stipulation allowing one of the parties to relocate with the minor child, together with a new proposed parenting plan which addresses all the parenting issues, given the fact that one of the parents is now relocating with the minor child. I need road papers in order to move 3 kilometers away elsewhere in Denver. I need permission by the court and, yeah, in order to go 3 kilometers away. No. No, I don't. Any real judge in this world, she moved 3 miles away. She's closer to the courthouse. Shut up, go away, sit down. So, as far as child support, she says again that the court finds sufficient factual basis has been provided for the court to deviate father's child support payments to $50 a month through the Family Support Registry on the first of every month beginning immediately. So, I'm jacked for $307 every month, every single month, even though it's a danger and a detriment to fine me for refusing to submit to the laws of rape and slavery. And I get to look forward to a paid suit showing up at my home every Saturday to kidnap my son in a state-sanctioned arrangement. So, this is what I'm fighting. This is the law of rape and slavery. This is the fugitive slave return law. This is how it works. And I need to fight it because this is the direct plan to kill us. To create repeated exposure and to give Thomas Stetzer all the opportunity he ever wants to disappear with my son and have me murdered, as he's been planning and plotting and expressing since Mother's Day of 2014. In addition, cutting our finances and forbidding us from moving across town without filing and getting approved and all that red tape and all that crap. In addition to all that, she knows about the tweakers, the Bloods, their attacks on myself and my son. Jennifer Torrington was made aware of this and has still stolen $307 every month from myself and my son, and has still put a barrier to us relocating 3 kilometers away, let alone across the Canadian border. This is just obvious. She wants our attackers to have ample opportunity to attack again and again. She wants to trap us in this crappy government-owned ghetto. She wants our attackers to have every ample opportunity until they succeed in taking us down. That is what Jennifer Torrington has expressed, and that is what she has done with this court order. One very important point that Jennifer Torrington, of course, failed to mention in any way, shape, or form in her court report. I have nothing more to read. I'm out of pages. She did not mention at all that I verified Thomas Stetzer making all the false reports for abuse, insanity, and everything else in my home. Thomas Stetzer admitted to filing the false reports with Child Protective Services, the Denver Police, and anyone else he could think of because he wasn't getting his way with my son. He admitted to paying a homeless guy $20 to make me sound crazy to Child Protective Services. When I called him out on it, he's like, "Yes, Your Honor, I did that because she took my son away." Not only did Jennifer Torrington not mention that in any way, shape, or form, she didn't consider it in any way, shape, or form, whereas it's not only filing all those false reports, which is a charge each in and of itself, but it's using somebody to stalk, harass, bother, intrude on, invade the protected party in the restraining order, meaning myself and my home, and especially while my son is here, and to invade his school under false pretenses. These are all crimes that Jennifer Torrington is fully allowed and fully proud of. And I know she's fully proud of it because on June 22nd, the day of the court hearing, where she scheduled the follow-up hearing on July 20th, the June hearing that's on my YouTube channel, on that day, she made her own report to Child Protective Services, citing that she feels I am too mentally unstable to care for my son and raise him, and that my son should be removed from my home. I got a call, was it Wednesday or Thursday, from an agent at Child Protective Services explaining this, that I'd been reported by the court, by Jennifer Torrington, under allegations of being too mentally unstable to care for my son, and she was assigned to the investigation. After a lovely conversation about interstate human trafficking, 410 rapes, and slavery at knife point for half a decade, I have a new friend. She's emailing me links to law firms, contact information where hopefully I could get a legitimate lawyer who won't support weekly family time and me giving Thomas Stetzer back a bin full of knives that I disposed of on my YouTube channel last year, Operation Freedom 32 moment. She wanted me to give all those back, and she wanted me to have little family weekly to-dos. It's like, no, not gonna happen. You're fired. Go away. So, I discussed all of this with the CPS lady, and hopefully she'll be able to help connect me with a legitimate lawyer, not like Colorado Legal Services, and, help me fight Jennifer Torrington's laws of rape and slavery. I can't succumb to this. I can't allow the state-sanctioned kidnapping of my child every Saturday to be delivered to a serial rapist who's been attacking disabled women for 41 years. I will not submit to that. And to demand that I do is heinous. And to steal $307 from my son, literally in child support, every single month is heinous. Jennifer Torrington is a disgusting Jim Crow judge, and she needs to be disbarred and she needs to be thrown in prison. Thankfully, the Internal Revenue Service and the Department of Homeland Security agree that interstate human trafficking, 410 rapes, and slavery at knife point for 5 years are not acceptable. And so Thomas Stetzer is being investigated for such, and Jennifer Torrington, in her endless, just accessory status in all this. Hopefully, progress is made on the federal front before my son is taken to who knows where, abducted by my rapist. Jennifer Torrington, well, I saw 9 more slaves in court that Thomas Stetzer brought with him since Operation Freedom. I saw 9. Jennifer Torrington and the judges in the other courthouse at Lindsay Flanagan had to have seen more than that because he's in front of them all the time. So that could be verified with court recordings. And if court recordings don't exist, that's evidence tampering on top of the evidence tampering they've committed against me. So Jennifer Torrington thinks she's high and mighty and can swing a huge stick at me, and she can't. She's breaking federal law. She's breaking human rights laws. She can't do this. And every time she does this, she digs her federal hole deeper. Gets herself a longer and longer prison sentence, and makes it more and more likely that all her other cases will be investigated and shortly thereafter overturned. Hopefully it's not too late to restore the lives of the families she's been attacking for almost 20 years in her courtroom history. This is why I need to fight. It's not just for my son and me, especially now that Prime Minister Trudeau has lifted a lot of the bans on refugees from the United States. You know, I could just load up and go with my son a lot easier than I could even a few months ago. But I have to fight these laws in Colorado and around the nation because there are so many others like my son and myself who need and deserve freedom. And this is the only way to achieve it, by documenting and exposing these corrupt officials who enforce the laws of rape and slavery in the United States of America. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do more summaries and coverages of other court documentation. It's just this most recent one is the most important right now. Really big changes. Illegal, horrible, disgusting changes. They need to be reversed. So thank you.